Good morning, TK. Happy Monday. We're going to go ahead and get started with some reading today. Today we have two objectives. We're going to be working on activity pages 3 and 4. So go ahead and get those ready and we'll talk about what we are learning today. Objective is what we are going to learn. I can match beginning sounds. So we're looking for beginning sounds today. And our second objective is I can identify triangles. So those are going to be our two objectives for today. Our first one, we're going to be working on activity page 3, looking at some beginning sounds. And activity page 4, we're going to be identifying triangles. So let's head over to the screen and get started. Okay, so we have activity page 3 out here. I hope you guys have your activity page 3 out. We are going to be looking at beginning sounds, and remember our job is to match the beginning sounds. So we are going to hear the beginning sounds of the words on this side of the line here, on the left side of the line, and then we are going to look at the word on the right side of the line and think, does that have the same beginning sound? So let's go ahead and get started.
Have a pencil and activity page 3, you are ready to begin. When you hear this sound, your teacher will pause the CD so you have time to mark your answer. Then your teacher will turn the CD back on.
That's right.
You are going to listen for words that begin with the same sound. Listen carefully. Look at the pictures in the row next to the red star.
Here's the red star. We're looking
Listen
at these
to their
words
names.
first.
Goat, gate, garden. Say those words aloud with me.
Goat, gate, garden.
All of these words begin with the same sound. Listen again.
Goat, gate, garden. Begin with the ch.
Now look at the picture in the box at the end of the first row. It is gum.
Gum,
Say gum with me.
gum.
Gum. Does gum begin with the same sound as goat, gate, and garden? If gum does begin with the same sound as goat, gate, and garden, circle the gum. If gum does not begin with the same sound, put an X on the gum.
Okay, so we need to decide if gum has the same beginning sound as goat, gate, and garden. They all begin with what sound? G, g. Does gum have the same sound at the beginning? Does it also begin with the g sound? Yes, it does. So we are going to circle it. So I'm going to circle my gum. Well, we don't want it to have blue in the circle. There we go. Okay, let's see if we're right.
You should have circled the gum.
Yay, great job, guys.
Gum does begin with the same sound as goat, gate, garden. Now look at the pictures in the row next to the blue star. Listen to their names. Soap, scissors, sock. Say those words aloud with me.
Soap, scissors, sock.
Now look at the picture in the box at the end of the row. It is a table. Say table with me.
Table.
Does table begin with the same sound as soap, scissors, and sock? If table does begin with the same sound as soap, scissors, and sock, circle the table. If table does not begin with the same sound, put an X on the table.
Okay, so we need to decide if table begins with the same sound as soap, scissors, and sock. What letter do you think soap, scissors, and sock begin with? Letter S. Does table begin with the sound that S makes, the S sound? No, it doesn't. It begins with a T sound. So we're going to put an X on our table and let's see if we're correct.
You should have put an X on the table.
Yay, great job, you guys.
Table does not begin with the same sound as soap, scissors, sock. Now look at the pictures in the row next to the yellow star.
Here's our yellow star. We're going to look at these
Listen
pictures.
to their names. Nose, nickel, nest. Say those words aloud with me.
Nose, nickel, nest.
Now look at the picture in the box at the end of the row. It is a mat. Say mat with me.
Mat.
Does mat begin with the same sound as nose, nickel, and nest? If mat does begin with the same sound as nose, nickel, nest, circle the mat. If mat does not begin with the same sound, put an X on the mat.
Okay, so we have nose, nickel, and nest. Does mat begin with the same sound? Nose, nickel, and nest begin with the n sound. What letter says n? Letter N. But mat begins with a sound. What letter says M? So they are not the same beginning sounds. So we are going to put an X over our mat. Let's listen and see if we are correct. Ooh, my X. There we go.
You should have put an X on the mat.
Yay,
Mat
great job, guys.
does not begin with the same sound as nose, nickel, nest. Now look at the pictures in the row next to the purple
Last
star.
row, purple star.
Listen to their names. Fish, fence, fox. Say those words aloud with me.
Fish, fence, fox.
Now look at the picture in the box at the end of the row. It is a pig. Say pig with me.
Pig.
Does pig begin with the same sound as fish, fence, and fox? If pig does begin with the same sound as fish, fence, and fox, circle the pig. If pig does not begin with the same sound, put an X on the pig.
Okay, so our words are fish, fence, and fox. Does pig begin with the same sound? No, it does not. What letter does fish, fence, and fox begin with? F. It begins with F. What about pig? What letter does pig begin with? P. Begins with P. So we are going to put an X over our pig. It does not begin with the same letter. Let's listen and see if we are correct.
You should have put an X on the pig.
Yay, great job, you
Pig
guys.
does not begin with the same sound as fish, fence, fox.
All right, we are going to go ahead and move on to our next page. Flip it over and let's do activity page 4. All right, so for activity page 4, our job is to identify triangles. So on this page, you're going to see quite a few triangles. We are going to be coloring our triangles in red. Then you may color the rest of the picture in whatever color you want, but see how many triangles you can find and color them in red. I'm gonna start by showing you a few triangles, then I'm gonna let you do it by yourself and see how many triangles you can find and color in red. The first triangle that I see is on the flag that the clown is holding. So I'm gonna go ahead and color my triangle in red on my flag. So there is my red triangle on the flag. And I see, let's see, what's another triangle I see? Ooh, I see one over on top of my arrow, the top of my arrow. So I'm gonna color in the top of my arrow red because that is another triangle. There's another red triangle. Let's see what other red triangles you can find. So you're gonna find all the triangles you can find in the whole picture and color them in red. Then you may color in the rest of the picture any other color. Try not to use red on any other things in the picture except for the triangles so I can really see where you found your triangles. Great job, you guys. I know you're gonna do awesome. Make sure you take a picture of your work and send it in to me. I've had a couple people ask me how they could take a picture of 2 pages for one assignment. What you could do is if you're taking pictures with an iPad or a phone, instead of using the camera, you could just use a video and flip your page over. That might be an easier way to show me both pages. All right, I'll see you guys later for handwriting and phonics.